Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Sorry. And today I am going to be watching an episode of Mystery Diners. I've been told this is the worst show on TV, and you know, it's a food thing, and it's American Thanksgiving. Obviously, if you live in Canada, Thanksgiving was a month ago. But yeah, I just want to celebrate American Thanksgiving at least. So, American Thanksgivingers, happy Thanksgiving today. People live in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving a month ago.
Tonight on Mystery Diners.
Let me make sure I understand this correctly. You're going to give up 50% ownership.
Hang on, I'm just going to turn it up. The problem with Mystery Diners, as what I've seen, is that it's obviously staged. I'm going to leave a link to this whole video in the comments. But, like, you're going to begin to see through this episode. First of all, every episode is the same. Like, it has the exact same staging, the exact same stuff. And it's terribly acted. Yeah. And I know probably most cooking shows like this are staged. I enjoy Food Network shows. They're just so... They're so stupid that they're entertaining, in a way. Like, most people on it are stupid, so that gives it to the point it's entertaining. But yeah, this show isn't even funny stupid. Well, it has created some great memes. Like, just in the intro itself, just in the way the guy introduces himself. He won't allow you to call him Charles. He won't allow you to call him Charles. By the way, the creator of the show is called Charles Styles. He won't allow you to call him Charles. He won't allow you to call him Chucky. He won't allow you to call him Charles Styles, even. He must go by his full name, Charles Styles Mystery Diners. So, yeah, let's
In your restaurant for $150,000 cash infusion from Jamie, is that correct?
This guy's got the Midas touch.
It's wood farm, New York style.
Yeah.
I wouldn't serve this food to my enemies.
Oh my god, ew.
As you can see, this is obviously staged.
That's the smell of failure. Don't give up on us. Don't give up on me, man.
Yeah, as you can see, this...
My name is Charles Styles. For over 20 years, I've helped thousands of restaurants eliminate their problems.
That's a freaking thief.
Put it down.
You're fired.
But people are becoming savvy.
Mystery Diner? No, we're good.
So we're going deeper undercover.
The Brady Girl!
Using private investigators.
I tagged a few of your barrels.
And unleashing new technology.
Release the drone.
This is Mystery Diners.
Surprise!
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just, like, cutting out a little bit.
Like you've never seen before.
How long have you been stealing from me?
Do you want to go to jail?
And as you can see, most of it is stealing. Like, I don't understand, why can't you just change it up and get a little bit of originality once in a
How
while?
are you? Good to see you.
You're looking good.
I feel good. My name is Jamie Alba, and I own Sicily Italian Kitchen in Valencia, California. All the food in our restaurant, we make it with love. You have to finesse food.
Here's the other problem.
And my favorite dish?
This
chicken
show was made
skinless, roasted chicken,
to give
aroma tomatoes,
these
garlic,
restaurants
basil, sauté,
popularity.
out of this world.
And that's
Another wonderful
okay
dish is our
if
penne
you
bolognese.
can...
It's a meat sauce.
That's okay if you can actually make the show good. This show, hang on, let me just show you. As you can see, this episode is from season 9. This show has over 9 seasons, and it's still on today. This is one of the few shows you hear somebody say is so bad that is still currently on. It's currently on its 11th season. That baffles me. But
Made from
Here-
the region of bolognese.
It's just here to give these restaurant owners a 2-minute commercial, and then they don't focus on the rest of the show. They focused on the artistic shots of this 2-minute promo for the restaurant.
It is...
I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back. Back to the point I was making. The reason this show exists, and the reason anybody ever agrees to be on this show, is because they get a like a 2-minute basically advertisement. I mean, 20-minute basically advertisement for their show, for their restaurant. So, yeah, and I actually think I looked up one of the restaurants I found on here, and it got a lot of business after it was on this show because of this show. And that's okay, but it also got a lot of bad publicity for being on this show. Also, when you see the problems that they have, then you'll understand. And I'm basically going to cut this 2-minute advertisement out because I don't...
It's a freaking thief.
Alright, it looks like this guy was on
That doesn't even work here.
No.
Oh, bull. You're fired.
I never would have found out without
Oh,
Charles
this
and
is
Mr.
the
Reductions.
flashback show.
Currently, everything is fabulous with my store now, but I've reached out to Charles to help me with a completely different scenario. I invest in a lot of restaurants and bakeries, and recently, a gentleman by the name of James has come to me, wants me to invest in his restaurant. On the surface, everything looks fabulous. Now, I've done my due diligence, but there are only so many things that I can see. I need Charles to come in, work his magic, so I can invest with complete confidence. All right, this is the place that I was telling you about.
You know what? Let's go in there and meet the owner.
Let's go.
Look at this.
Jamie!
Hey, good to see you. How are
Good
you?
to see you, man.
All right.
Glad you made it.
My friend Charles.
Charles Styles, Mystery Diners. Pleasure to meet you.
See?
My name
See?
is...
He introduces himself the same way every time. He said, Charles Styles, Mystery Diners. He even said Charles. And then he said, Charles Styles, Mystery Diners. Was that really necessary?
It's James Mercado, and I own Industry Sports Bar.
Oh, crap. This is going to be another 2-minute advertisement.
Move into the area. I'm
Okay,
losing
now
customers.
I'm
I'm losing clientele. I'm at the point where I need an investor.
course
so I
you
can have
do.
some quick cash to pay off debt, renovate, and do some
a
marketing
sports
that may compete in the
bar.
market. And if things don't change, I'm afraid I'm going to go out of business.
Jamie called me and said he was
That's
looking
a
at potentially
dangerous
investing in
industry.
your
Also,
business.
why
I said,
didn't
know
you
what, I got a
look
great
at the
opportunity.
area?
Let's
Why
go down
didn't you
and take a
look
at
for any?
that. But I want to hear from you about your business
Why-
and why you feel it can be successful.
We have a core of employees that are just great. They get to know our customers. They know a lot of people by name, and we have a lot of repeat customers.
You see?
Unfortunately for me,
He's saying great stuff about his employees now, but later, Mr. Charles Styles is gonna come in and be like, "He's just stealing from you," and then he's gonna be like, "How could you guys do this to me? You're fired."
a lot of chain restaurants have opened up in the last 6 to 8 months, and it's taken a lot of our customer base.
So what are you doing different to compete with them?
Unfortunately, right now, I can't do anything because of the dip in the business. I can't afford to market. That's why I'd like to bring this gentleman in and his knowledge of the restaurant business, because this guy's got the Midas touch.
Let me make sure I understand this correctly. You're going to give up 50% ownership in your restaurant for $150,000 cash infusion from Jamie. Is that correct?
That is correct.
It's a healthy investment.
I mean, he's going to be working the store.
Why don't you just, if you have enough money to pay an investor, why don't you just get a sponsorship or something? Like, team up with a local something or other. Don't call in Mr. Charles Styles, this frickin' dude, to come in and fix all your problems. That won't help. What's he gonna do? You run a bar. He runs a restaurant. Those are very different things. I'm sorry. I know weird stuff. Yeah, but why don't you just get a sponsorship or something?
He's going to get a salary, and then whatever's profit, I get my $150 back first, and after I get that money back, then we split the profits.
That's a fair deal.
I'm good with that.
Well, you know, James, I got to tell you, I mean, this is really a first for mystery diners. I mean, we don't generally get involved in an investor coming in and looking at a business. But I can assure you this, you both will have all the answers and information you need in order to make a decision whether this is a good investment for him or if he's going to be a good partner for you.
Absolutely. I've been transparent about everything.
Then what's
I
the
have
problem?
nothing to hide. I'm an open book.
In addition to
Why
wiring
do
up
you
your
need to
entire
invite
restaurant with hidden cameras and
Charles
microphones,
over here
we'll
and set up
select
a
the very
million
best mystery
cameras?
diners. Some will come in as
What's the
customers so they can test
problem?
your staff. Others will
What
come
do
in as
you
new
need
employees.
fixed?
And one of the other things I'll do is I'll bring in a
What's
private
the
investigator, have
matter?
him do some investigative work before the sting to make sure that nothing slips through the cracks.
Why do you
And
need
if
a
either of you guys aren't
sting?
satisfied with what we uncovered today, then there's no deal. Then you can both go your own separate way.
I believe this is going to be another successful
Why do you
investment story
need a
for Jamie.
sting? You can literally fix that like... He doesn't need a sting for this. He could literally just have that one guy who wants to invest. He could literally just... The one guy who wants to invest, have him come to his restaurant one night and check it out and see how it does and see how good it is, and then have him be like, maybe I want to, or no, I don't want to. This sucks. I don't understand why you even called me. What? You don't need to set up a million cameras.
Well, guys, welcome to the control room. What do you think? Charles, you got some new toys since I seen you last, huh?
Yeah, well, we stepped it up a little bit.
I've never seen my restaurant from this angle.
We placed hidden cameras throughout your entire restaurant. As you can
And now you can see. I've never seen my restaurant. You can see the horrible acting seeping in now. They calling this frickin' guy who, like, literally can't say 2 words without mumbling. And 2 restaurant owners who don't know anything about television.
You can see we've got your bar covered, we've got your serving station, we've got your dining area,
You don't need
back in
all
your
of
kitchen.
these cameras.
Every place any employer or customer can be, we got it covered.
Hopefully, Jamie will see that this is a great place to invest his money in.
Well, one of the things that I did after we met the other day is I had one of my private investigators, Patrick, do a little digging in both of your backgrounds. And I'm going to have him come in right now and share with you what he found.
That's a good idea.
All right, Patrick, head over to the control room.
Hey, how's it going, Charles?
Good. Patrick has some information for us, so why don't you go ahead and share what you found.
Well, under Charles' direction, I first performed background checks on
Under
every single
Charles'
one of your
direction.
employees. And every single...
You see, here's the other problem with this. He calls in mystery diners who also can't act. Now, I don't want to act like I'm an expert on acting. I literally don't know anything about acting. I don't consider myself a good actor. I don't think I would be a good actor. Because I'm goofy. I just, like, kind of screw up the whole thing by laughing or something. I don't think I would be a very good actor. But I think you will be able to tell on first sight that these people cannot act. Like, I don't think Charles knows how to act. I don't think he hires people who know how to act. Maybe, I don't know.
single one of your employees came back with a clean record.
That's a huge relief.
That's a good start.
Well, Jamie, I did some exploring into your background. I was able to get in contact with a former business partner of yours who had some not so nice things to say about you. And James, I think you should hear this. Why don't you guys turn around and take a look at the monitor?
My name is John Fairley. I'm an executive chef out here in Los Angeles. I met Jamie Alba back in 2013, and I approached him about having a business deal together, gourmet Italian food truck here in Los Angeles. At first, Jamie was all on board. He agreed. I did majority of the work. I hustled, I got the permits, I found the truck, I found the location. The next step was to invest, make this thing happen. At the last minute...
This guy is fake. This guy is an actor. This guy's an actor. He's not a good actor either. But I can tell he's an actor. Because if somebody offered me a business deal about a food truck that costs that costs tens of thousands of dollars, not only to buy, but to maintain. Because food trucks, you don't just buy food trucks and they guarantee they work like any other, like you guarantee they'll be fine. They work like any other car. You need gas, you need fryers, you need to have enough money to maintain getting gas for two things, a stove and, well, no, they mainly have electrical stoves, but then you have an electric bill in your car. And it can still shut down, and you'll need to go to an auto mechanic for that. All this stuff
Jamie decides for some
that you need to maintain, and I'm guessing he pulled out at the last minute. If somebody did that to me and left me in the hole, like $50,000 or $60,000, I would be screaming at the camera. This guy is very calm. Every time anybody would have brought up Jamie's name, I would be screaming at them. Anytime. That's just me, maybe? But, dude! You can... This guy left you in the hole like $50,000, $60,000. Why aren't you mad?
arbitrary reason, he's not interested. Gone.
And then the other thing is, the guy who walked in said he had some not so nice things to say about you, but he's completely calm. He's completely down. He just wants his money. Like, what does he even have to do with his record? Why don't you just float him the cash? You just said your restaurant's going swimmingly. Why don't you just float him over some money? Whatever the cost, ask him what the cost of the food truck was, and then just, there you go. This could be solved so much easier than they're making it out to be.
Never heard from him again. He left me with bills that I'm still paying off. The truck that he agreed we should purchase is rusting in my backyard. Jamie Alba, as far as I'm concerned, is unethical. And honestly, I would never do business with Jamie Alba.
You could just... Why do you have a food truck rusting in the back? You could make that money to pay off those bills so much easier if you just used the food truck. You clearly have food. You clearly have Italian food.
Honestly, I would never, ever do business with Jamie Alba.
Okay, I kind of get why they brought that up.
Well, Jamie, I got to say, I mean, that looks a little incriminating. Is anything that John had to say true?
May I respond?
Absolutely.
Patrick, how many business partners have you seen me have over the years?
We found about 26.
26, huh? And that's the worst that we got, right?
That's about it, Jamie.
Yeah. So 26 business partners, and one cockamamie kid comes up with...
This guy's trying to save face. Listen, I got 26 business partners, and only one said I was a completely bankrupting scumbag.
Daddy didn't give me the money. And at the end, I wasn't interested in his food. So I passed on the deal.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Well, Patrick, I mean, good work as always. So if you'll stick by in case we need you, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks. Good luck, guys.
Thanks, man. All right, thanks, Patrick.
Well, James, as you can see, Mr. Diner Kindle already started as a waitress, and later I'll be sending in a customer to test your staff. But for now, let's identify your main employees.
Who's this gentleman back behind the bar wearing the plaid shirt?
That's Riley. He's my floor manager, but he's doing double duty right now. He's filling in as bartender.
That guy's gonna be a
previous
thief.
bartender left.
Every bartender in this show
So,
is a
James,
horrible
check out the server
person.
right here in the monitor.
That's Brittany. She's been.
Every single bartender in this show is a terrible person. They all, like, they steal, or they, like, intoxicate people. They purposely intoxicate people so that they pay them. That would never happen. Nobody normal would ever do that.
Been here since industry opened. She's great with customers. We get nothing but rave reviews from her.
James, I got a question for you. I'm looking all over your kitchen for your chef, Jeff, and I don't see him anywhere.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to tell you. He quit last night.
Quit last night?
Yes.
What?
So who's cooking your food?
Seems a little important that you tell the dude that's about to invest in your restaurant that your head chef just quit. I'm gonna sit up a little bit. Because, what? Why wouldn't you just tell him? Seems a little dumb.
I have Greg. He's filling in now as chef. His job title actually is dishwasher, but he did help prep with Jeff.
You what?
He was a prep cook.
Okay, wait a second. He was a dishwasher prep cook and now he's a chef?
Jamie,
Your
just
dishwasher?
just, it was last night. I had to open the doors today. I had no other answer for it.
Well, I understand that, but isn't there anybody else that you can put in?
To be honest,
Your dishwasher!
So if your dishwasher is now cooking your food, who's washing your dishes?
well, we have the servers as they
That's
bring the dirty plates from the
nasty.
tables to the kitchen, rinse off, and run their own dishes to the dishwasher.
The
How does that
least
even
you
happen?
could
How can
do
you take
is
care of your customers?
just
Well,
not have him work
we're
his
trying to have everybody,
dishwasher
look out for
tonight.
each other the whole floor.
Just
Work
have
as
to
a
be
team.
the chef.
You're in a quandary, I get it. But
You're
this
gonna
is a red
let
flag
him
that's
cook your food with his
$150,000
dirty
investment
dish
from Jamie.
hands?
Charles, I knew he was doing that. He kind of told me about it. He's in a bind, and sometimes the employees take on more than one hat.
Yo, Greg, my man. What's up? I need to go shopping for you. I'm gonna give you $200. Alright? You don't do that?
Oh, where'd that $200 come from? Yeah, he stole it.
I'm having problems with my vendors that I can't afford to pay them, so I have to send them to the grocery store to buy supplies.
James, I got to tell you, this is troubling for someone who I'm supposed to go into business with. I'm going to have to see a lot of good stuff I'm going to invest, because all you're doing is going backwards.
My dog started barking.
Waitress,
Guy just keeps making the same face. Make it different. Sorry, I'm opening chapstick. Whoops. I'm gonna pause. Alright, yeah. As you can see, that guy keeps making the same face. Make a different face, dude!
So is that right? In addition to having to clean their own dishes, your waitstaff has to clean the bathroom too?
Yes, it's true, but that's only recent because I had to fire my janitorial staff. I can't afford to keep them, on the clock.
I gotta tell you, that's a little unconventional.
people.
I mean, you don't typically hear of servers having to clean bathrooms.
James tells me he cleans the bathrooms and does everything in the restaurant. Let's ask the staff about that.
Kendall,
Ask the staff if James ever cleans the bathroom himself.
So when I interviewed with James, he actually said he cleans the bathrooms too. No, he doesn't. He doesn't do anything. He's not even... Oh, really?
Oh, he's lying. Of course he's lying.
It's gross.
Wait a minute, why would you...
Well, it looks like your dishwasher slash head cook is coming back in with all the groceries.
Chapstick smell like Cheerios? It's gonna steal
frozen
something.
pizza. I wouldn't serve this food to my enemies.
How are you serving frozen pizza from the grocery store?
James, you don't have to buy a frozen pizza. You can go to the store and at least get some fresh dough, a little tomato sauce, a little mozzarella, and make a pizza.
It would be cheaper and fresher and better.
Guys, I know this. It's just quicker and it's all temporary. How long we got a pizza? 15?
You guys were invited him over. I can tell that's a Red Baron pizza.
Jamie, honestly, it's not normally like this.
That's really horrible.
Well, it looks like your kitchen is a train wreck. But that's what happens when you have an untrained chef back there.
Oh, crap. Whoops. Ah. That's... No, wait. I didn't know I could do that. Here's the thing, actually. Why would... It seemed like you invited him over at a really bad time. Plus, I could see that was a Red Baron pizza.
Hey, Charles, I don't know about you, but I'm disgusted now.
Why is everyone so surprised about what they're seeing?
I don't know about you.
Going out of business. That's why we're here.
But I'm really disgusted right now. Do you really whip out a frozen pizza in front of an
James, I gotta tell you,
Italian?
this is troubling for someone who I'm supposed to run a business with.
Why is everyone so surprised about what they're seeing? I'm going out of business. That's why we're here.
This guy is dumb. First of all, it seems like you invited this guy over at a really, really bad time. You just fired your head chef. Why wouldn't you be like, oh, I just had a dispute with my head chef. Can we reschedule or something? Don't invite him over at a night you know is going to be absolute trash.
Well, you definitely have some staff problems, but the most important thing is the customer experience. And
oh, really, Mr. Stiles?
From Jamie in limbo, I think we should send in Mr. Diner Kyle to pose as a customer and find out what kind of customer service he has.
Sounds good.
I don't know if I want to see this.
All right, Kyle, go on in.
At this point, there's little hope for industry. But as mystery diners, we have to do our due diligence. I'm here to test the staff and make sure they're at the top of their game, even when times are tough.
I'm Brittany. I'll be your server tonight.
Thanks, Brittany. We came in to watch some of the games, but are you gonna...
Satellite temporarily.
Oh, it's like a...
Wait a second. You have no cable?
Couldn't afford it.
You're a sports bar.
You gotta have some reason for him to stay.
I got darts and a pool table.
We have some items crossed off here.
You see how this is staged.
So, no satellite, no food.
Go ahead and order a cheeseburger and a pizza.
Hey, you want a burger and a pizza? Okay.
Well, it looks like your dishwasher is getting ready to make Mr. Diner Kyle a hamburger, so let's watch and see how he does.
Sounds good.
You don't have satellite? You don't have...
What the
Hey, yo, Jay. Jay, come here.
Oh, that's supposed to be Brian.
Oh, he's using a frozen hamburger.
Don't they check the expiration date on the meat?
Or,
they're supposed to. Well, a sniff test is not checking the expiration.
Is it supposed to be fresh?
This is so
frickin'
frickin'
staged.
staged.
Is doing what he does best. He's washing the patty in the sink.
You know, I gotta tell you, that
expression was the best expression I've seen all episode. That's exactly how I feel.
is just disgusting, and that is what you get when you put an untrained person in the position of being a chef.
This is disgusting.
This guy can't.
This is disgusting.
This guy can't act.
James,
This
there's
guy
clearly a
can't
difference
talk.
between a
This
restaurant
guy
falling on hard
can't
times
say
and being
anything.
just plain unacceptable. You know, I want to find out just exactly how old. Peek back there into the fridge and check the date on that meat.
That thing is plugged in. And she does not have an earphone.
Oh my god, ew. Charles, there's a cockroach on the floor in the kitchen.
You've got a cockroach in your kitchen.
I know that's bad and it looks bad, but Jamie, you know, they come in the produce, they come in with the food
I
stuff.
know that
You're
looks
spraying on a
bad.
monthly basis, they're dead.
I want to find out how far this infestation goes.
Trust me, you won't see any more.
Kendall, I want you to look around and see if you can find more cockroaches.
He's my job.
I can't see anything yet, Charles.
Do we have to be updating everything?
Oh my god, Charles.
Kendall, what's wrong?
There's actually a dead mouse.
Are you kidding me? We got roaches, we got mice. What are we going to find next? A dead body?
James, I mean, I got to tell you, this is disgusting. This is the worst situation I've seen. I've done this for almost 20 years. I mean, seriously, a mouse coming up in your kitchen?
We can control the situation.
No, it's not a controllable thing. You know, Kendall, bring that mouse back here to the control room.
Oh my god, this is so gross. This is so gross, so gross, so gross, so gross.
Let's take a look at how big this problem really is.
Why are you bringing the mouse back to the control room? That sounds unnecessary. Really unnecessary.
Bring it now, Charles.
Why? Why? Are you bringing your boss the mouse?
Hey, Kendall.
Hey, you do not pay me enough for this.
James, take a deep breath of that. You know what that smell is? That's the smell of failure. You know what?
Why are you blurring the frickin' mouse?
Thank you.
You do a terrible blurring job, by the way. I saw that was a Red Baron pizza.
I'm out. Can't do it.
Yeah.
Jamie, hold on.
Just now, hold on.
All right, James, let's talk about everything we just watched. I mean, you guys have the dishwasher cooking in the kitchen, and then you've got cockroaches. You've got dead
And
mice
now
that have been rotten,
gonna
stinking.
confront the
You guys have
employee.
a dire situation here.
It's a good thing that you're here, man. I mean, this is the beginning of a new era for us.
So, I mean, this restaurant is on its last legs. I mean, it is literally about to fail, and you know this. So, I mean, you guys are going to have to, whether Jamie's involved or not, take a whole different approach to how you're going to run your business.
Jamie, tell me you're in.
James, you're a decent guy. I know you're a hard worker.
I know there was some problems, some bumps, but thanks to Charles, we know what they are and we can fix them. We can work together.
I didn't see bumps. I saw mountains. You understand? No can do.
Come on. Okay, 100,000, man.
Come on, don't do that to yourself. You're better than that. Listen to me. I cannot and will not put 150 or 100 or 50 or anything into this. I mean, I think you're a decent guy, don't get me wrong, but this is a disaster area. That's how I feel. Look, I got to tell you the truth. I cannot put any money into the store.
Jamie, come on, don't give up on us. Don't give up on me, man.
This is not for me. Chuck, good to see you again.
You as well. Thanks
You
for
be
calling
well?
me. Yep.
All right.
All right.
James, nice meeting you. You take care.
You know, James, I know you're bummed. You were hoping that Jamie would invest, and obviously that's not going to be for him. But, you know, I watched some things today that you know you can correct. I mean, you can take care of the pest control. You need to have your payroll balanced better. Do better at your purchasing. One of the things I would recommend is you go to the bank and see about getting an SBA loan, some kind of a small line of credit. Anything that'll help pull you out of this.
Why you need Chucky frickin' Styles to come in here with his crew of a million frickin' cameras
I think you can do it.
and his mystery diners?
I'm very
You
disappointed.
did almost
I know we had a bad
nothing.
night here. We normally don't have nights like this. But what are you going to do? It happened. But you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm going to rescue this place.
Since the taping of The Sting, Jamie and James went their separate ways. James was unable to find another investor and was forced to close the doors. All of James's staff has moved on to new employment. but he remains optimistic and hopes to reopen industry within the next year.
Oh, well, didn't that just... No, I'm not watching that episode. Didn't that just warm your heart? That was terrible. And if I was able to watch any other episodes, you'd see that the pattern... Wait, you'd see that the pattern of the show is exactly the same. It's the same gadgets, it's the same people, it's the same framing, it's the same music, it's the same everything. And it gets infuriating sometimes. I watched a couple episodes of the show, and this was a different episode of this show, because usually they invite their employees in and they fire them. Usually it's something about stealing. Yeah, it doesn't work. I don't understand why there are 10 seasons of this freaking show. Alright, so, see you in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.